The bell is tolling. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Le'Veon Bell, fresh off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line. Yesterday when we were watching film, you said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that get in there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. The 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6. It makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This week, that's going to be a priority for them.
Give him the ball, let him do his thing.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to loft one. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Andy Dalton set to lead out this Bengals offense at the controls for the 9th year. The man out of TCU.
He'd be an all-pro kick returner.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Here at a 3rd and 8. Dalton here from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to have the
started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Offensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time.
Against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yard. We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion.
These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It back, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So the field goal 10 at their 25-yard line. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Space to maneuver at the 40. Wide open receiver complete. This drive starting off on the right foot. And another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Right now, the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, the great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things.
Kick coverage in his direction.
Dalton sets up play action. Interior rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave us the R, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That one covers 24.
The catch. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football.
Corey Coleman, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown, other than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold caught here by Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's it, baby.
Season will send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit...
Two wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the...
His ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing, I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. His pass caught at the 4. Old try from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Joseph is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball.
First half, don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is forward. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update.
In the backfield, he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And Dalton to throw, and able to find Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now Joe Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he getting
by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The run back, because he's eating.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. First mode in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
In this game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
That's a good start for him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Bellamy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off.
Coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there.
You're doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out of. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. So they take over not only in enemy territory.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about.
But he cannot connect.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost.
2nd to 3rd down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got to
up on 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Carlos Dunlap in there to get it. Throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Bell. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Part of any passing offense nowadays.
Off of play action, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 80 game. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a good run blitz. A good run blitz.
The ability to stay on task.
Oh, no, he lost the football. A breakdown to opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. Valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when you're...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
The big fella was the recipient. Receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw their verbal trash their way.
Let's throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but misses the target, incomplete. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Dalton now to pass. Oh no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're
under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. A give to Bell. 9 yards to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back. And they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A throw there?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure.
Back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Well, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. The Bengals get ready 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Andy Dalton. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing. Too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game. Know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their
Rats.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner.
And that's caught inside the 30. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, and they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his...
To kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Throwing again on...
Unable to hold on to the football.
Now Dalton. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Randy Gregory. In the game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.